Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for your support in the last video. Please consider liking and subscribing if the content pleases you. We're told that Chunhajin's dark shadow chi, though not widely practiced, was one of the greatest techniques in Murim. It wasn't as strong as the secret techniques of the 10 great sects, but the profoundness and purity of the technique were considered the best of its time. Unlike the main protag's technique, demonic arts prioritize destruction over purity, encouraging attacking over defending and showing more of true power over flexibility. Our boy is back, thinking about the 10 demonic arts. He's thinking he can't master the great demonic arts with the way he is at the moment. He gotta level up. He's also thinking about enhancing his shadow chi by using the 10 great arts. As he's perusing through the arts, he encounters the true demonic art and he thinks he can use that one because it's the basis of other demonic arts, together with the demonic dissolution art. He gets tired of overthinking and decides to use the boundless technique to calm his thoughts. He hears someone coming and wonders if it is our 5-star chef Ma Dongpil. He just decides to stop for the day. Oh boy. He asks if Chef Ramsay is back already, but it's not him. He gets jumped by something that just ends up crashing the wall. From the smoke he sees this massive 3-headed monster. As he gets a good look at it, he realizes it's a 3-headed chicken, get this, with 6 legs, like what? So this mutated dinner charges at him and he thinks it's kinda fast. Bro tore part of his shirt, one step short and our boy would have been its dinner. Anyway, we're back to our Chef Ramsay, who's back with the weapons the young lord told him to get, and he's wondering if our boy will get his memories back from holding weapons, but he quickly dismisses the thought. He's suddenly alarmed because he smelled a strong scent of blood. We're back to the battle of who's gonna be dinner tonight, in which our boy takes a swing at the mutated chicken, which dodges and grabs his arm, but bro ain't having it and lands a punch on its face. The chicken monster realizes it's not winning the close-range fight and switches to a sonic attack, first form, bad breath. Our boy thinks he's had enough of that shit, so he decides to find a weapon to close the chicken's mouth, permanently. Fortunately, he spots a bamboo on the ground and decides to use that instead. Bad Breath KFC takes a swing at the main protag, but he dodges and Mario hops of the wall and launches a downward attack on Bad Breath KFC, which seems effective. But wait, the bamboo didn't pierce Bad Breath KFC. Bro wonders if it's dead, but it wakes up and flings our boy on the wall. Bro was about to lose the fight. He realized he can't hold back against it. He uses the Heavenly Net 6 power technique second form, hypervision, which allows one's thought process to speed up exponentially by using chi. Bro's looking different with these after images. He found Bad Breath KFC's heart and pierces it with murderous intent. Ma Dongpil finally arrives at the garden. He's shouting trying to find him, but he hears him from the corner of his ear. Next thing we see is our boy sitting on a rock, looking like he got the dog in him. He asks him if he's okay, but Chunhajin just shrugs it off. Ma Dongpil sees Bad Breath KFC on the ground and immediately recognizes it, the Azure Lotus, and our boy casually asks if that's the name of Bad Breath KFC. Chef Ramsay wonders if our boy is bleeding cause of all the blood on him, but he tells him it's not his. Ma Dongpil asks if he's the one who slayed the Azure Lotus, and our main protag asks him who else but him could have done it. Next he straight up asks if he has a bigger pot. They're having KFC tonight. He tells him to put some water and bamboo shoots in it and boil them cause he's subbing Chef Ramsay tonight. He asks him how he knows about Bad Breath KFC. Looks like Ma Dongpil forgot to tell him about the monsters in the grove. We're reminded that the Bamboo Grove is a place that existed before the Heavenly Demon Divine cult, and it's dense with spiritual chi. Our favorite bodyguard tells the main protag that thanks to the concentrated spiritual chi, both wood and earth chi are amplified, making the bamboo trees in the grove thick and strong. Our boy asks if they can be used as medicinal herbs or something, and Ma Dongpil replies saying they can become either a poison OS elixir. He explains that more than half of the demonic elixirs crafted by the cult are made from the bamboos harvested from the grove. Our boy asks if they can mass-produce elixirs, and Ma Dongpil tells him it's not possible. He explains that the ones they need grow deep in the forest where tough monsters reside, similar to the one they just cooked. I like how they are talking while saucing the chicken. Can we get a silent moment for Bad Breath KFC? R.I.P. King. Our boy thinks it's fine until my dongpil tell him bad breath KFC is the weakest one there. Yup, it looks kinda fucked. Ma Dongpil then adds a little more spice by saying some of the confirmed mid-level beasts are as strong as the peak cultivation level masters. He tells our boy that the garden is the safest, so the deeper he goes, the sooner he's gonna be getting on a funeral rites. He tells him he set up an octagonal wall formation so they're good. But he just got jumped by his dinner, insane. Anyway, he hands him a bowl of chicken and he wonders if it's even edible. He eats it and asks for another bowl. Looks like we don't have to worry about getting meat on the diet. Our boy finally realizes how dangerous the grove is and wonders again why he was sent to the grove. After a while, we're back to our favorite bodyguard who was thinking about how our boy finished reading more than 10 demonic arts secrets in just 3 days, and beat Bad Breath KFC by himself. He thinks even though he might appear lightheaded and without airs, he has an aura about him when he's serious that's hard to approach. He wonders why he's so casual even though he lost his prowess from chi blockage. Our boy thinks about the demonic arts and we're told since the true demonic arts are the basis of all demonic arts, depending on how he learns it, the nature, character and quality of his chi would vary. He's thinking the demonic arts are like ink in clean water, which will dominate the basis of its chi. He thinks it's fate he ended up in the heavenly demon divine cult after learning dark chi because it complements it. He begins to try to combine the demonic arts with the secret techniques of the 10 great sections. He creates a new martial art that is more destructive than shadow chi and more stable than the true demonic arts. Like a true main protag, he succeeds. Bro's new aura almost blows Chef Ramsay away. Cool old. Some time passes and we're back to our boys throwing hands. They've been steadily going deeper, so my dongpil thinks it'll be dangerous to go deeper. Bro is already complaining he got no energy in his legs. Our boy thinks that Xingxing, the monsters our boys are leveling up killing, live in herds, but they just encountered a few of them, so he's wondering where the rest are. All of a sudden my dongpil feels movement behind him and it turns out to be the rest of the monkeys. Bro fires up his new martial art and gets ready to throw down. Before we see the conclusion of the fight, we're taken to the perspective of the main man himself, the Demon King, who is getting a report from the top royal guard Mudam. He tells him about how our boy has been bodying KFCs and monkeys in the grove with ease. He asks if Mudam gave our boy 3 of the demonic arts secret texts and he replies he gave Xioriang the blood flame, capturing heavens, and red phoenix texts. Sick names by the way. The Demon King thinks it's too early to have mastered those texts cause of his chi blockage, so he asks Mudam if he gave our boy any of the demonic arts secret texts from the secret library, the true demon arts our boy has been using, and Mudam then has to confess he did without his permission. I wonder why Mudam favors our boy so much. Anyway, he tells him it's fine so long as he can take responsibility for it. Finally we're back to our boy about to dunk on them monkeys. Chef Ramsay zones out looking all exhausted, so our boy had to cover for him. He tells him to watch out and sends a sword wave behind him, one-shotting some monkeys that were flanking. He's thinking them monkeys are nothing but numbers. All of a sudden our boy senses a fast new monster approaching and he tells my dongpil to dodge, but he way too slow, so he eats a hoof to the face and insta-taps out. Bro already flaming his teammate on all chat for having bronze reactions. Bro realizes it a mutant horse and he can't underestimate it like he did Bad Breath KFC. He prepares to fight it, but turns out he's bronze too and gets hit first by Super Saber Horse, so he's sent flying. Bro couldn't even hold on to his blade. Bro's looking like he's out while thinking the Saber Horse fooled him earlier, cause when it hit Chef Ramsay, it wasn't at full speed. He says he's not gonna get fooled twice. When he tries to move he realizes he broke his arm from blocking that attack. Saber Horse didn't waste any time closing the distance and prepares to finish him. Our boy thinks he's done for, but out of nowhere a sword is flung and it hits Saber Mustang on the neck and bounces off like it's nothing. It turns out to be Ma Dongpil. Mustang looks at Chef Ramsay like he's about to turn him to stone. Ma Dongpil gets his ass chased down the grove LMAO. He spots a pitfall and lures Mustang to it and it falls into the pit. He goes to check if it kicked the bucket and guess what, the Mustang is still not dead. Like what in tarnation chi are they feeding these animals? Ma Dongpil almost wet himself. He leaves the Shaun passive to run out while he checks on his young lord. 8 months have passed and we get to see the first elder Lee Gunsung and the second Ji Yang, who are having tea together. Lee Gunsung tells Ji Yang that he heard they're trying to have the eldest son from the Demon Sword family become one of the Demon Lord's disciples. They debate about the possibility of that happening and they conclude it's possible since 2 of the disciples are from the 7 families. We're told that the Demon Sword family is the most loyal to the Demon Lord and have the strongest forces. They still wonder if it's possible the Demon Lord would accept another disciple since he has 7 already. Ji Yang thinks there might be 7 left in the end since our boy suffered chi blockage and he got sent to the grove to serve as his exile. The first thinks that's not enough to count him out since he's got the third with him, and speak of the devil, the third arrives there. The 2 are shocked to see him cause he's got an ominous murderous intent and they wonder what they've been doing up at the grove. Ma Dongpil gets the cave pine tea leaves and a few supplements he came for. He tells them he leaving but the 2 want to keep him for longer to catch up, but he tells them he got no time at the moment and starts to leave. The 2 get convinced our boy and him have been living dangerously at the grove. As Ma Dongpil moves through the grove, he thinks he feels lighter. He meets up with our boy who is busy dragging the corpse of a Mustang. Yeah, another one of the monster that one-shot him 8 months ago. Bro leveled up greatly it seems. Bro tells Ma Dongpil to get ready for Mustang dinner. I gotta say, I can excuse bad breath KFC with 3 heads and 6 legs, but half tiger half horse Mustang bro? Nah, I don't care how tasty it is, I ain't doing it. Anyway, Ma Dongpil asks him to remove the cast on his arm since it's healed, cause he's tired of being his personal maid. He practices the boundless technique some more and they start yapping about how dangerous the grove is. The danger not only lies in the mutated monsters but also the concentrated chi. He thinks he got a little too jacked from being at the grove. Our boy explains to Ma Dongpil that the chi is dangerously concentrated, so much that if something such as healing was buffed to the extreme, it would be enough to blow off someone's limbs. Makes sense, otherwise guys would just infinitely train in the grove. He tells Chef Ramsay they need to leave soon, but Ma Dongpil tells him he cannot leave till the Demon King allows him to, but our boy smirks and says the Demon Lord merely told him to go to the grove, and didn't say when he should return, so that doesn't apply to him. Our boy figures they've got 2 more types of monsters to fight before reaching the heart of the solitary bamboo grove. He sets the deadline of 3 months for getting to the heart of the grove. After some time, we're back to our boy's rank 1 hater, the 4th Lord Hong Yuamun, who is thinking about the conversation he had with the Demon Lord. Apparently this guy wants to challenge the youngest to something and the Demon Lord doesn't mind. Our rank 1 hater is thinking the Demon Lord doesn't mind that his disciples are at each other's throats, as if he's setting obstacles for them to overcome to succeed him. Bro almost lost his shit when he hears from the Demon Lord that Xiaoryang is still alive. He can't believe he survived the grove with his chi blockage. He gets up from his bath and wonders if all he's done to get rid of the third was for nothing. LMAO bro killed 1 Xiaoryang, only to have to deal with a better one. He promises to turn Xiaoryang into a corpse soon. Back at the grove, our boy gets what he asked for, so Chef Ramsay asks why he wanted turbid elimination herbs, but our boy keep it a secret. Our boy asks for more, but he's told it may be difficult since it's the main ingredient for the supreme healing elixir that the cult is working on. He thinks back on the elixir he received when he was suffering from chi blockage. We're told the herbs are capable of getting rid of any turbidity in the body. The problem is that it's too strong and attacks even demonic energy. It could work for a healthy body, but its effects are fatal to a weakened body, something that even a novice doctor would know. Yup. Our boy is starting to sense something ain't right. He asks Chef Ramsay if he's heard of the silken clarifying needle, and he tell him it's used to tense up the muscles that have loosened up. Our boy catches on that someone tried to kill him and they used the doctor. He's thinking it has to be someone at least at high executive level or one of the disciples. The sexy witch from the Jiaxa family comes up since she came to him as soon as he woke up as if she knew something. He thinks higher and settles on the 4th being involved. We're back at the 4th's place where he's talking with the doctor who tried to murk our boy earlier, called Shin Wei. Hong Yuamun asks him if he knows which place is the most difficult to infiltrate, and the doctor thinks it's the military office, but the 4th tells him that's not it, as the general strategist, who is in charge of that office, would only find out who's trying to infiltrate in the affected parties and will not interfere in the power struggle. After all, not everyone and anyone chooses to do so. He tells the doctor that it's the court of elders, the one Mudam and Dongpil are from. He tells the doctor it's an organization that exists only to protect the cult and the main man, and so it's different from the other organizations that will choose sides. He admits he made the mistake of not infiltrating it because our boy survived the grove, and he thinks it's because of my Dongpil. He thinks if he had someone on the inside, he would have killed our boy for sure. So he tells the doctor to gather their weapons. The doctor thinks he's gonna act himself, but Bro is a true weak villain and says he's just going to instigate our boys, as in evil Seoryang's, enemies to end him. He's thinking he will arm them and let them loose. After a while, we're back to our boy, who is preparing to go to the heart of the bamboo grove. He's thinking he needs to get stronger to confront his ops. Chef Ramsay tells him to get more help, but our boy dismisses the idea. Ma Dongpil tells him even though he's grown strong, he's nowhere near the level he needs to be, since he needs to be the level of the demonic elders from the Senate. Our boy admits he's not that strong, but tells Chef Ramsay he's got his talents, that allows him to compete with those elders. Our boy thinks he's gonna use his signature stealth technique. He thinks he should do better this time since he's been treating that area like a training ground, rather than a battlefield, so if he uses all his skills, he should be able to cope. He makes sure to carry the turbid elimination herbs, which he plans to use to suppress his demonic chi so he can use other stealth techniques. Chef Ramsay insists on coming with him, so they go together. They get near the heart and catch a whiff of a strong smell of rotting. They discover a bunch of dead, decaying animals all over, among them being all the animals he's been fighting so far. Bro is shocked considering the dead animals also including monsters he hasn't fought yet. Chef Ramsay tells him that the leopard doesn't come out of the heart and it's literally the second strongest monster in the grove. So our boy asks which is the strongest, and he tells him it's the sundered serpent that's also dead on the ground. That snake has 2 tails, like what the F? They wonder what could have killed them all. They think the monsters died in a strange way, as if all of their life force got sucked away. A cool breeze passes by them and our boy thinks it's gonna get dangerous, so he orders my Dongpil to stay behind. We're taken to the perspective of the demon lord, and as usual he's chilling. As he's dreaming, he dreams of a jackal lunging at him, so this Jigachad casually releases his conqueror's haki, making all his maids pass out. He summons Mudam and asks him if any of the guardians entered the grove's heart recently, and Mudam denies it. He wonders what could have angered the lord of the grove. He asks what day it is and he's told it's 1 day before the full moon. As his attendants wake up, he wonders if it was the third who was walking to his death. We're back to our boy who can't withstand the chi coming out of the heart of the grove, since it's weighing down on his demonic aura. He's thinking he's had that same sensation before. Back when he met the demon lord, the aura of death. So he gulps down the herb juice to dispel the demonic energy surrounding him, which makes him lighter. He uses the Dark Shadow Arts Dark God Phantom stealth technique to sneak through the grove, but ends up tripping over an object. He glares back angrily at what tripped him, only to find it's a cute fox. It took only but a moment for our boy to fall in love with the fox. He snaps out of his love trance and decides to do what he came there to do. It took just a momentary touch on the bamboo to realize how tremendous the chi at the heart of the grove was. He decides not to be greedy and suck all the chi away since his body wouldn't be able to handle it. He spots a bamboo shoot on the ground and tries to uproot it, but the fox hears him and wakes up like Undertaker at the WWE. Bro wastes no time and eats the shoot raw like some goat. After a while he goes back to the bamboo he saw earlier and takes a swing at them, but it does nothing. He takes a few more swings and gets frustrated, he's still getting nowhere. So Sherlock finally decides to use chi and uses the moonslash to cut it down. As he's feeling the bamboo he just cut, the cute fox from earlier shows up, almost scaring our boy to death. Bro thinks he's not sensing any hostility from it, so he decided to try to pet it. Blood almost lost his fingers. Chef Ramsay pulls up and finds our boy safe, with the bamboo at his feet. He wonders about the fox beside him. He explained what happened. He calls him and tells him that they will need to purify the chi in the bamboo there since they're too big to carry all the way back. As he sucks the chi away, it starts to wither. He tries to give some of the bamboo to Dongpil and he tries to refuse it, but our boy shuts him up and orders him to take it. Ma Dongpil starts to pledge his undying loyalty to our boy, so he gets tired of the glazing and shoves the bamboo chi juice down him throat. LMAO. All of a sudden a bunch of animals pull up. So they lock in and get ready to fight. Bro spots the fox sleeping under him, so he picks it up and throws it at Dongpil and tells him to go. He turns up his aura and taunts the monsters. Dongpil is still simping, so he punches him away. He locks in and starts a one-sided slaughter. Back at the Demon Lord's pavilion, the Demon Lord is wondering why the jackal came out of the heart of the grove. He's certain it's because of the third. He's thinking he's changed since he suffered chi blockage. He thinks that our boy has seen true death. Back at the grove, Dripriang is having his job specialization changed to Monster Reaper. Bro is shown standing on a pile of dead monsters, holding one of their heads. Sheesh. Foxchan looks back at our boy and senses infinite drip on him. A leopard pulls up on our boy and tries to jump him, but our boy sends him packing. Our boy thinks that leopard is the strongest in the grove. Bro doesn't realize it, again. He thinks it's kinda weak since one slash folded him, but amidst the smoke, the leopard shows up. Bro slaps him across the grove, pissing our boy off. Bro just asks the monsters if they want to die. He tears the rest of his shirt and gets ready to throw down. Bro gave the KFC 2-piece to his ops before unleashing the explosive mountain blast, killing a bunch of monsters. Ma Dongpil arrives at the end of the grove and hears the noise and wonders if the noise was made by our boy. Bro really failing at being a bodyguard. After fighting for a while, our boy arrives at an area with bamboos that have their water sucked out of them. As he tries to find his way, two-tailed demon snake lunges at him and coils on his arms. Bro starts to erode his sword and snaps his sword in two. Just when he's about to get bit, our favorite chef Ma Dongpil shows up and stabs the demon snake on its head. Just when they think they're clear, the monsters chasing our boy finally pull up. He lunges at them and uses his bare hands to beat the life out of the monsters. One of the leopards tries to pull a sneak attack, but Bro channels his inner Saitama and one punches it to death with the explosive fist. As our boys are reflecting on their pasts while getting ready to die, the monsters that were hella aggressive turn wimpy in a second. Turns out that the cute fox from earlier showed up and is exuding super beast aura. Bro summoned Thor's hammer or something, and the next thing we know, everybody passed out. Our boy wakes up to the cute fox and wonders if he's about to get eaten. Back at the sect capital, where all the big shots in the cult got assembled, the facility master, So Yansim, is being grilled about the upcoming festival budget. After the day's reports, the Demon Lord starts calling his disciples one by one. First is the second Lord Guanpyong, who is complimented on his martial arts. The next is the fourth, who was advised to throw himself to training if he want to compete with others. He thinks he can't win on martial arts though, so he needs to gather more lackeys. The next is the fifth, Ju Xiaoyun, who's complimented and granted one of the 10 great demonic arts. She accepts the compliments and bows, while the fourth thinks maybe he needs to start screwing up her life now. The next is the seventh, Chai Yuman, who's not looking all that great. The Demon Lord takes no prisoners and starts roasting her for being weak. He tells her to get stronger since the demonic cult isn't for children. But she's a child, like what? He tells all his disciples to not get bound by their limits. Just before he ends the session, our boy shows up and his haters' eyes look like they're about to pop out of their sockets. Bro's looking better than when he went into the grove. The chapter ends with our boy looking ready to take on whatever bullshit they got.